Alright, so today we're going to talk about why you're still single, especially if you're a good man. Now, when I say especially, it's because the more good of a man that, in your definition, you're a good man, the more you're shooting yourself in the foot and you're not even realizing it. I'm going to explain why. So, first, you might be thinking, isn't that what I'm supposed to be? Like, as men, we have this instinct of providing and protecting. We want to get some resources, we're going to get some money, we're going to get a lifestyle, we're going to get a condo, an apartment, a house, a mansion, cars. We're going to be fit, we're going to be strong so we can protect. We're going to be the good man and we're going to be treating women properly. We're going to be respected, respectful, and we're going to be there and bring value to people. And the worst part is that you're freaking right. You are a great man. You're a great man. And on paper, you're just the man to marry. But why are girls still not attracted to you? That's what we're going to answer today. So, you probably went to college. You probably even have a good job, a good career. You might even be fit. But then when you go talk to girls and you offer everything that you have to offer, eventually you might be getting the door and they talk to you in the first place and they find you attractive, but then you always end up losing their interest. Now, I've been in that boat. And today we're going to talk about why. So before we talk about, in order for us to understand why that is the case, we have to first understand what are women attracted to. Because that's what we want, right? We want to attract women so we can have a partner, so we can have someone that we can spend our lives with, have a family, have kids. Someone who can understand us deeply. That's what we want. Because I'm not here to teach game or pickup. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to create genuine connections with real quality women for you men, good men. So, what are women attracted to? That is the question we need to be answering. Because you have been focusing, I think that women are attracted to good men, and that's what you've been thinking your whole life, and that's what I was thinking my whole life. Until I shot myself in the foot enough times that it hurt so much that I really picked up things and understood. So what are women attracted to? I'll give you the quick answer. You can read it yourself. I hope my handwriting is good enough. Masculinity. Now, isn't masculinity to provide and to protect? Isn't that to just have some money and to be able to offer a life? Well, that is what the result of masculinity will get you if you become a masculine man. So you might be masculine, and you probably are masculine because at work you're performing, you're respected by your peers, you bring value, and you have a lot of self-respect and self-worth. But at the end of the day, what really counts is for women to feel that masculinity when you go talk to them. Now, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by they have to feel your masculine energy when you go talk to them? Because when you go talk to a girl and when you want to attract a girl, what all those dating coaches, what they don't tell you when they talk about game, talk about pickup, all those tactics actually just come back to how they teach you how to portray masculine behavior. All the tactics of game and pickup, all they're doing, 100% of it, is to portray masculine behavior. So what is masculinity? Let me explain that to you. Here, masculinity. This is a sauce, man. This is what you need. You get this? If I give you masculinity in the bottle and you just drank it and you became masculine AF, I guarantee you tomorrow, within this month, everything that you want with girls. You have a long-term girlfriend if that's what you wanted. You can sleep with 10 girls if that's really what you wanted. If you have masculinity, women get attracted to you and you just know what to do. Why? Because masculinity is Oh, my pen doesn't work no more. This is awkward. I have another pen, don't worry. There you go. Self-leadership. That is what masculinity is. Now, Kenan, why would women be attracted to self-leadership? Isn't everybody a self-leader? You might be thinking so, but no. Let me explain to you what is self-leadership and masculinity and why women are attracted to that. Let me explain to you what you're lacking in the dating world, but you are exerting in the actual physical world. What you're actually doing at work, because I know that you're doing a great job at work. What you're doing at work is you're taking charge, responsibility, you're solving problems, you are the person who's the most resourceful, you are well respected, you are competent, and you can lead a team. You can do a lot of great things at work. You can earn some money, and you can earn some people some money. So you are a leader at work. You're self-leading yourself at work. But what happens when you go into the relationship? What happens? Let's say you see a girl and you meet her, and how does the interaction go? You probably ask, hey, what's your name? And then you probably, hey, that's my name. What's going on is that you're too nice. Yes, I said it. You're too nice. Too much of a good man. Now, how does that differ from self-leadership? Women want a man who wants what he wants and who's strong enough to go get it. Actually, it's more strength. Women want a guy who's strong. Strong and courageous. Because what do most men lack? Courage. Most men are not courageous. If I told you right now, there's a girl across the room, she's reading her book, go and disturb her and go and talk to her and try to get her number. Or just try to get her contact information so you can have a date with her, so eventually maybe you can have kids with her and a family. Go up to her and talk to her. What would you say? What would you think? What would go on in your mind? You'd be thinking probably, yeah, but I don't want to disturb her. I want to be nice. She looks like she's busy, and also she might not even be my type. You're going to give yourself a whole bunch of excuses. But you got to be conscious of the fact that that's on your head. That's in your head. That's not you. That's what your brain is giving you. Because when you want to do your work at work, when you want to work on your project, with your team, and then you don't feel like doing it, but you're like, man, if I don't do it, that consequence, and there's a whole bunch of things that come to your mind, so you're like, I got to do it even though I don't feel like doing it. Because you're a disciplined man, because you're a good man, because you're a strong man. So you're self-leading yourself in a lot of areas of your life. You're probably going to the gym even though you don't feel like it. You're probably eating your salad even though it's like you don't feel like it. But you do it because you know it's good for you. But when it comes to women, what happens? You'll probably go up to her even. Maybe you go up to her and you show some courage. Hey, how's it going? And you actually talk to her. But what happens? You don't portray strength and courage when you talk to her. What you're doing wrong is you're being too good a man. You're trying to please her. You're trying to appear as a good person. You're trying to seduce her. You're trying to appear in her eyes someone that's worth talking to. You're not being bold about what you want. Hey, I came here to get your number. Now, obviously, you don't have to say it right away, straight away, like that direct. Say, hey, I want your number, and in that tonality. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that anytime a girl will sense that you're trying to get along with her more than you're trying to get after what you want to get after, and have the courage to speak it with all of your heart, and then be strong-minded into your pursuit of what you want, and leading yourself into the success that you want, anytime that you don't portray this energy of masculinity, you're going to be seen as unattractive. As simple as that. So, if you're watching this video, very, very big chance that you are a little bit too nice. And that's the issue with masculinity. Let me explain that to you. Kenan, why is being nice not a good thing? I didn't say it wasn't a good thing. It's a great thing. Be nice. I'm a nice person. I love people. Doesn't mean that I have to be nice to girls. I love girls. I'm not nice to them. There's a difference. So, what happens when you're too nice? What does it translate into in womenese? in women psychology. When you're too nice, you think about making sure that she feels all right. She feels like she doesn't feel any negative emotions. You're thinking about not offending her. You're thinking about her well-being. You're thinking about making sure that she feels all right around you. When you try to make sure that she feels all right and she feels all those positive things around you, what you're focused on is her well-being, which is great. Being nice is great. Everybody needs a little bit of compassion in their life. Well, what it translates to in her mind is weakness. Why is weakness bad? But why does it translate into weakness? Because when you go talk to her, she knows that you want her, man. She knows that you're there to talk to her, to have her number. Like, you can't hide it. She knows that you don't want just another friend. Because if you just wanted another friend, she'd be thinking, okay, this guy is just being friendly, and she's going to categorize you as a friend. You're going to friend-zone yourself. That's what happens when friends. You friend-zone yourself. Nobody's friend-zoning you. You are friend-zoning yourself. Because you are not able to express your intent. Honestly. What happens here is that instead of going talk to her and be like, hey, I like you. Instead of being, hey, I like you. I wanted to get your number. And you can say that in more time. Hey, you're beautiful. And you can say it in 1,000 different ways. And there's better ways to say it. There's worse ways to say it. But it doesn't really matter because you're not being courageous if you don't say, hey, I like you. If you don't show your interest at first, especially when you just meet her, what's going to happen is that you're too nice. You want something, you go and then you try to seduce that person into liking you back instead of expressing yourself and then being open to rejection. Because you don't want rejection or judgment. You don't want to be feeling rejected or judged. You don't want to feel like, oh, everybody's watching me. Everybody's like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. Oh my God, this guy just asked this girl out and she just said no. You don't want that. But the thing is, everything in life is risk. If you don't do anything, if you're always too nice, if you never tell her straight away, I like you, you don't risk it. What you risk is being too nice for the rest of your life and never getting a girl. Right now, there are a lot of single men. There are a lot of the dating market is because of dating apps. That's horrible, man. Because of the dating apps, because people don't actually talk to each other no more. We have men who are too nice and who are not able to be rejected or judged. They don't want to be rejected or judged. And they're not able to say, I like you, and then express their opinions and their intent honestly. That is exactly why you are not getting girls, even though you're a great freaking person. You're a great man. You got so much potential in you. You got a life to offer. You got yourself to offer. You got so much to offer. But what's holding you back from getting the girl? Have some balls, Saying that with the most love possible. Have some balls. Because also what happens when you're too nice is that you express a feminine behavior of wanting to make sure that she feels all right. Femininity equals to relationship focused. Relationship. Now, masculinity, you guys should write this down, by the way. This is gold. Nobody's going to tell you this. Is purpose focused. What does that translate into? Women want to have good relationships with people. That's why women always, that's also why you see girls, oh yeah, hi, so nice to see you. And then, oh, I miss you so much. Even though they didn't mean it, because they want to keep good relationships with people. Because they want people to get along. They want to get along with people. They want to have good relationship, good standing relationship with everybody in their life. They want to make sure that everybody likes her. So girls want to be liked because they want good relationships with people. That's why girls are nice. That's why girls are always, but the thing is, they're not truly nice. They just want to be nice around people because they want everybody to have harmony. They don't want to cause confrontation, trouble. They want people to think of her as a bad person, ruin their reputation, all that. That's what women care about, is their relationship with people. So if you're too nice, you're going to care more about your relationship with people. You don't want to be rejected, judged, or do something out of the norm because you're scared that they won't like you. You're scared to ruin the relationship. Because if you are friends with the girl and then you start off as a friendship and then you build a great relationship with this girl because like your friend's relationship, right? Friendly relationship. What happens is that now, if you want to go and to cross the bridge into the romantic relationship type of relationship, you're going to have to risk yourself a rejection, but you don't want to risk a rejection. So instead you play the long game and you try to win her over and try to make her fall in love with you. But that shows to the women you're weak. Like you're not able to just express yourself and be rejected. And that's what's turning her off. When she sees a nice guy, she has the ick. Girls say they have the nice guy ick. I don't want you to have it because you're such a good man. You should have a great girl by your side. You should have all that you want if you work hard and you work hard for what you have. You deserve respect. So instead of what you should be doing is masculinity. Because once you have this, again, you will have everything that you want, especially when it comes to women. So masculinity is purpose-driven. What does that mean when it comes to women and this energy? Because everything is, this is the energy, by the way, huh? Energy. And this is an energy. Both of them are energies. That just doesn't matter. So when you have feminine energy, you care about the relationship, you do care about not disturbing the social peace. And when you have masculine energy, you don't care about disturbing the social peace. You go after what you want to go after. You have a purpose. You're like, that's what I want. That's where I'm going. I don't care about the rest. And I will disturb everything I need to disturb because that's what I want. But at the same time, you're also self-leader, right? Because you're a self-leader, you won't do anything that you won't feel like it's morally correct. You're not going to go and do something that you feel like it's just, like, don't be an asshole, right? Don't be an asshole. Don't be a dick. But not being a dick can still mean that you actually go after the girl that you want. So when you go actually, let's say you walk up to a girl and you want to talk to her, right? The girl over there, we talked, let's call her Sarah. Sarah's over there, she's reading her book, and you think, man, I challenge you to go talk to Sarah. And you're like, you have all these things coming up in your mind, you're like, fuck it. I'm going to go talk to Sarah. So you walk up to her, and let's say you have the perfect masculine energy. What's going to happen is like, walk up to her, excuse me, don't mean to bother, but I just came to talk to you because I find you beautiful. Sarah's like, it's kind of weird because she doesn't, it's very unusual and she's also reading her book. But at the same time, she's going to be intrigued. She'll be like, what is this guy going to be talking about? How is he going to engage a conversation? Or she might just flat out reject you, which is totally all right because you did what you were supposed to do. You had your masculine energy. Because when you have a masculine energy, what happens is that you polarize people. And that is a great thing. You polarize people. People either like you or they don't like you. It's a fuck yes or no. There's no in between. There's no in between like, oh, this guy is a maybe. He's kind of nice. There's no, he's nice. He's like, oh, this guy wants me. Okay, that's not my guy. I don't want to be with this guy. Or, oh my God, this guy just came and swept me off my feet. Like, wow, well, this guy is bold and he's courageous. He just, like, that takes balls because most guys don't talk to me. But this guy just came up to me with his masculine energy, his BDE, big D energy. And he just came and he went after his purpose. He went after his own purpose. Self-leadership. He was like, I want to talk to that girl. I'm going to go talk to that girl. I don't care about disturbing the peace. I don't care about trying to get along with people. No. I want what I want. So when you go after your girl and then you just pursue her and don't listen to this game and showing no interest. Man, like, that's playing games. That's actually feminine energy. All game and seduction is all feminine energy. Let me tell you why. Because when you try to run game on people or on girls, when you try to seduce them, you try to make them like you and try to do some tactics, say some lines and talk a certain way without looking at them. Like, what you're doing is, first, you're being a fool, okay? And second, you're actually trying to qualify yourself to the girl. What do you think that is? I'll let you guess. You're trying to qualify yourself to the girl. Make sure that you have a good relationship. But instead, when you go up to the girl and you show her your true interest, you're like, listen, that's me, that's who I am, that's me being honest, that's just me being me because I go after what I want and I don't care about other people's judgment, rejection, or opinions. I care about my own judgment, opinions, and what I do with my life because I only have one life. And as a man, I gotta be bold and courageous and I gotta go after what I want, my purpose. Are you gonna be the wife of my kids or not? No? Obviously, you don't have to say it like that. You can go up to her and be a bit more calm. Hey, excuse me, I find you really beautiful. You don't have to say you're beautiful. You can just say it in a way that implies it, which is women like better. We're not going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about that another day, how women like to be talked to. But first and foremost, you need a masculine energy in order for you to be attractive to women. And even though you're a good guy and you're really, really a good guy, you might not be attractive to women just because you have a feminine energy. All right. If you want more of this masculinity, femininity, I actually made a course inside of my school. It is $100, but you can have it for free if you book a 20 minutes discovery call with me. Anyhow, it was great talking to you guys. I'll see you guys next time.